Good morning, everyone. My name is Pimpan Wuthipongprasert and Mr. Thitipong Srimongkol. We are budget analyst delegates from Office of Budget Strategy, Thailand Budget Bureau. Today, we will give the presentation on the topics of performance-based budgeting in Thailand and examples of social protection programs. The presentation is divided into three parts. First, budget structure overview. Second, social protection program. And then challenges, limitation, and overcoming challenges. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us after my presentation. In the past, we used to have the line item system from 1959 to 1981, which is input oriented and have benefits of legal compliance and expense control that can reduce leakage. On the other hand, its weaknesses include inflexibility and limited performance measurement and the difficulty in evaluating program effectiveness. We then use program-based system between 1982 to 2002, which benefit work integration and policy implementation. But this system focused on accounting costs and economic benefits more than social benefits and limited performance measurement. Now today, we use the strategic performance-based budgeting system, which is outcome-oriented. It benefits the government's strategic and more effective response on people's needs. In addition, this budgeting system is due to focus on strategic goal and performance outcome by setting goal, measuring performance by key indicator and allocating resources based on priorities. Program structure will be using the national strategy, the master plan under the national strategy and budget allocation strategy respectively. In addition, the national economic and social development, the government important policy and sustainable development goals will be considered as well. There are four types of program. First, the fundamental program, which includes expenses for utilities and office supplies. Second, strategic program refer to the allocation of financial resources in a way that's consistent with an organization's goal, objective, and priorities. Third, integrated budgeting program require functional collaboration between agencies to ensure that resources are allocated efficiently and effectively to support comprehensive objectives. Finally, there is program on public sector personnel. Program are then linked output and activities. Moreover, the budgeting process takes into consideration the ministry or agency's actions goal. In allocating budget, the government has taken into entitlement, obligation, basic operations, and fiscal space. First, entitlements such as personnel allowances like old age, child support grant. Second, obligation which include commitment, rent, and public debt. Third, basic operation like utilities, maintenance service agreements, and the central fund. And finally, fiscal space which encompasses considerations about new investment projects and policies. Currently, in terms of budget allocation, we use the findings of evaluating agencies' performance as a baseline to create the budget allocation framework. Then the output will be evaluated with each taking consideration of actual performance outcome, such as commitment, basic operation. On the other hand, entitlement budget need to be considered using current actual populations. Additionally, new initiatives will be determined by prioritizing the government important policies. And the next session on the detail of social protection program will be presented by Mr. Thitipong. Please.
Thank you. And the, the example we selected to present is the programs of social protection. So let's begin with an overview of social protection in Thailand. And there are several types of social protection in Thailand, including the social security, social assistance, provident funds, and social service. So we divide the social protection into four categories. The cash transfer consists of a child support plan, old age allowance, and disability allowance. A conditional cash transfer includes a state welfare card and equitable education fund. For subsidy include a 15-year free basic education, lunch and meal subsidy, and health benefits include universal coverage scheme, social security scheme, and serious medical benefit scheme. And the pension scheme for Thai citizens can be divided into three groups. The first group for government officer and dependents. There are government pension fund and civil service medical benefit scheme, which provide a health insurance to both active and retired officers. The second group, private formal employees. This group is covered by the Social Security Fund, which provide both health insurance and pension to employees. The last group, the remaining people of Thailand are covered by the Universal Healthcare Coverage Scheme, which offer a free healthcare and national saving fund as the retirement pension. The budget for social protection make up about 23% of the total budget. The graph on the right shows the percentage of social protection budget by program. So it can be seen that the top three budget items with the highest percentage are the Universal Healthcare Coverage Scheme, which cover people around 47 million people, and old age allowance, and civil service medical benefit scheme. Next, to provide you to see the details of the program structure that we have previously mentioned at the beginning, we have selected example of social protection to highlight the characteristic of a budget program. The first example is the Child Support Plan program. It's an activity under the output name Social Protection Measures for Children and Youth, which is responsible by the Department of Children and Youth, Ministry of Social Development and Human Security. Is in a strategic program on targeted measures to solve a group-specific problems. And in the National Strategy on Social Cohesion and Equity, this national strategy also includes all social protection programs. And this program will serve an outcome of the master plan, a more comprehensive system and mechanism to provide assistance to special target groups. And this is the example of the activity that is contained in a single budget program and under a responsibility of a single agency. So it's easy to see the overall budget and also a target of the activity. And next example is the free basic education program. This program is different from the previous one because it is managed by many agencies and is divided into two different budget programs. But it is still included in the National Strategy on Social Cohesion and Equity. The activity of free basic education is a part of the strategic program on decentralization to the local administrative organizations for school overseen by Ministry of Interior and local administration organization, while for schools overseen by agency under each ministry in a green box, like such as a Ministry of Education, Ministry of Higher Education, The activity is a part of a strategic program on creating equality in education. It's difficult to see an entire budget and target for this kind of activities because the budget programs are separated. In addition, other social protection schemes such as an old age allowance and disability allowance split a single activity into several budget programs similar to this one. And next, we are going to talk about the challenges and limitations of budget allocation in social protection programs. First is the limit fiscal space. Aging society leads to an increase in the elderly population and a decline in worker income tax. This put a pressure on the budget to spend money on healthcare and old age allowance, among other things, while an increase of income is insufficient, which only allow 14% of the GDP. And second is the fragmented program. It leads to a difficulty in targeting and reaching the most vulnerable individual and create barriers to inclusive coverage. There is also a fragmented budget across various ministries, such as free basic education, old age allowance, and disability allowance. That don't specify a budget program for each purpose. So setting a goals and measuring program outcome are not considered limited. And the last challenge is inadequate of outcome linkage between a master plan and program's output, especially in a strategic programs. This may result in the program's output that does not reflect the outcomes of the national strategy and master plan. And the way we try to overcome the challenges and limitations. For a limit fiscal space, according to a medium-term fiscal framework, there are a plan to increase efficiencies of income collection by creating data for tax collection management and utilizing a new technology to track and verify the accuracy of tax payment. Besides, there are plans to increase efficiencies of government expenditure by utilizing innovation, considering priority, and setting goals, indicators, and outcomes to reduce redundancies and maximize value. For inadequate of outcome linkage between the master plan and program's output, we propose delegating responsibility for a reporting program outcome to the main agency according to the master plan under the national strategy. However, it remains difficult in practice because there are no incentive for those agencies. And last, for the fragmented program, to address the fragmented problem of allocating the budget to many line ministry and complex targeting, we use the integrated program, which requires a cross-functional collaboration between agencies to ensure that the resources are allocated efficiently and effectively to support comprehensive goals. In fiscal year 2024, there are 10 integrated programs, such as an integrated program on management of water resources, an integrated program on preparedness to accommodate aging society, an integrated program on digital government, and it prioritizes following important government policy in integrated programs. And that's all about our presentation. Thank you.